Ever since I started working, every single day of my life has been worse than the day before it.
Let's play a game. You answer yes to all 5 of these questions, and you quit your job today. Now, before you write an email to your boss that says, "I quit, suckers," let's make sure you're actually ready. Are you waking up thinking, ugh, another day of this? Have you secretly Googled, how much money do I need to retire while pretending to work? Do you fantasize about running into your office screaming, "I'm out"? If you said yes to any of these, you need to hear this, because most people who should retire don't, and most people who shouldn't retire do.
I declare bankruptcy!
You don't want to end up like Michael here, but you also don't want to be the guy who works for no reason when you could be sitting on a beach somewhere drinking something with an umbrella in it. Stick with me, because these 5 questions will tell you if you're wasting your life working or if it's time to walk away for good. Question 1. Do you have enough money? All right, let's cut the BS. Do you actually have enough money to retire? Or are you about to pull a YOLO and hope it all works out?
Never tell me the odds.
Yeah, Han, great mindset for space battles. Terrible for retirement. Let's talk about the 4% rule. If you have 25 times your annual expenses saved, you can probably retire. So for example, if you spend $50,000 per year, you need 1.25 million saved. If you spend 100,000, you need 2.5 million. If you spend 200,000, you need to go rob a bank. But here's the kicker. Most people forget about, drum roll please, taxes. They don't disappear. Healthcare. More on that in a second. Inflation. Your money shrinks faster than your jeans after Thanksgiving Day. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, I have no clue what my number is, then guess what? You're not ready. If you do know your number and it checks out, good news. You're one step closer to quitting. But hold up, because this next question is where most people fail. Question 2. Can you afford health care? Did you know the number one reason people go broke in retirement isn't a bad investment? It's medical bills. Here's a reality check. Medicare, that doesn't kick in until you're 65. Private insurance, that is expensive AF. HSA, if you've been maxing out your HSA, congrats, because you're a genius. So unless you plan on becoming a full-time fruitarian living in the Amazon rainforest, you need a real game plan. Fun fact, the average retired couple will spend over $315,000 on health care. That's like buying a Ferrari, but for your doctors. So what's the solution? I'd recommend an HSA and Roth IRAs, because then you get to take advantage of tax-free withdrawals. Bridge insurance, if you're retiring before 65. Or you could always marry a younger spouse for their benefits. I'm just kidding, mostly. Question 3. Do you have a plan for your time? You ever hear about the guy who retired and spent 6 months on his couch watching reruns of Friends? He was so bored, he went back to work.
Why, God, why?
Most retirees struggle with free time. Work gave them structure. Now, they just sit around annoying their spouses. Hey, honey, what's for lunch? Oh, shoot. It's only 9 a.m. If you don't have a game plan, you'll get bored. And boredom is just one step away from going back to work. The solution? Volunteer. Start a business. Travel. Just do anything. Take a test retirement. 6 months off, no work, just hobbies. And if you can't handle that, you're not ready to retire. Question 4. Are your relationships ready? Retirement isn't just about money. It's about who you're spending time with. Did you know that divorce rates skyrocket in early retirement? You went from 9 to 5 to 24/7 with your spouse. If your spouse already thinks that you're annoying now, well, buckle up. What's the solution? Have the retirement talk with your partner. Build a social life outside of work. Set boundaries. Just because you're home doesn't mean you're available 24/7. Question 5. Have you tested retirement? If you've answered yes to everything so far, it's time for the final test. Take a mini retirement for 6 months. No work, no side hustles, just your retirement lifestyle. If you hate it, congrats, you just discovered that you weren't ready. If you love it, quit your job. So did you answer yes to all 5? Then guess what? You're wasting your life working. Drop a comment below. Are you ready to retire? Subscribe and click on this playlist here for more life-changing financial wisdom.